DVB, Digital Fast.
On March 28th, central Myanmar was devastated by a 7.7 magnitude earthquake, the country's strongest in over a century. At least 4,520 were killed, and 11,366 were injured, according to DVB data. 4 months on, and there have been at least 205 aftershocks. Quake survivors are living outdoors, too afraid to rebuild. Many of their homes are damaged beyond repair.
ကျွန်တော်တို့နားလေတယ်လို့ဥပမာဆိုတော့နီးနားကအခုဒီငလင်းရဲ့မြောက်ဘက်
This earthquake was massive. Its surface rupture stretched nearly 500 kilometers. That's why aftershocks have been so frequent. We saw a similar quake in 2012, but that was only a 7.8 magnitude. We expect aftershocks to continue for months, maybe for the next year. Some may even reach magnitude 5 or more.
With this monsoon season, seeing more rain than usual, the response to this natural disaster has turned into a catastrophe. Flooding has destroyed temporary shelters, contaminated the drinking water, and has heightened fears of disease outbreaks.
A recent aftershock brought the memories of flooding back, the shaking, then the silence. It felt like March 28th again. We're still terrified. Every aftershock makes us wonder if the big one is going to hit again.
Despite the increasing need, aid hasn't reached most survivors. According to the UN, 6.3 million people require urgent assistance. Yet over 70% of the hardest hit areas have not received proper shelter kits. Civil servants in Naypyidaw, who were displaced from their homes during the earthquake, still live in tents. The authorities focus their efforts on rebuilding offices in the capital, not homes for regime officials.
We live in temporary tents. There's no proper support. We build this shelter ourselves, but they still make us walk every day. They just treat us without any respect.
They say it's safe to return to our former living quarters, but we don't want to live there because of the damage caused by the quake. They told us our tents don't fit the city's image.
To get a demolition permit, residents say they must pay 700,000 kyats or $333 for a senior engineer's signature. For most families, this cost is out of reach.
Reconstruction hasn't started for most families. They fix homes that can be salvaged, but not those needing demolition. There are still situations where you have to pay money to get demolition or repair permits.
Meanwhile, the regime pushes ahead with its planned 2025 election, set to begin in December. Regime leader Min Aung is saying it is the only way Myanmar can return to stability. His military has been fighting on multiple fronts across the country, but since March 28th, over 727 people have been killed in more than 1,200 airstrikes and artillery attacks, many in quake-affected areas. During the chaos over the last 4 months, quake survivors are leading the recovery efforts. Youth, civil society, and resistant groups are delivering food, medicine, and a little bit of hope. The UN has distributed over 2,000 assistive devices for the injured and people with disabilities. However, it cites mental health as a major and met need, especially for young people who've had their lives upended since the 2021 military coup. 4 months after the quake and 4 years since the coup, Myanmar's polycrisis is making life more difficult by the day. Aid must be allowed to reach those in need without interference from the military, which has been accused of weaponizing it. Myanmar pro-democracy groups say that no election should be held under the regime in Naypyidaw. That is until the coup that ousted the democratically elected Aung San Suu Kyi National League for Democracy government ends and civilian rule returns. For DVB English News, I'm Nora.